Okay, I'm gonna record the session as well. So now, like we said, this is our X leg, right? That's where we are. Okay, we don't need this. So now we are here. So now what's happening now? Since our X leg, remember I said to you that X leg can be traded into 5 waves. Is as a triangle. So that's why we said that we can get a triangle in X or wave 4, right? So we've got these guys. Something like this. So now what is happening now is as you can see that even with our X, it was sort of like in a channel, like this channel. I'm gonna make it a solid line. That's how our X was formed. You can see that. So now we have got our X. So this is gonna be in 2 ways. So what's the first way? So actually let me extend this. So the first way is we have a breakout here on this W. Then now, what is the first scenario? The first scenario, we expect a retest. That's your take profit number 1. So what is your retest level? Your retest level, so please hold on for me. Let me just save that previous video. Right. So we have our retest level number 1. Right. Our retest level number 1 is right? It's in the fifth zone. What's our fifth zone here? Zone the 61.8% is this one. So that's our first target. So meaning to say that maybe this X is not yet it's not yet completed. They might extend it to 71.8%, meaning say they'll just come for a retest here, then they'll extend it to that area. When they extend it to that area, that will be a retest of this previous also channel. Remember of the wave 1 of this. This is the wave 1. If you go back to those bigger time frames, you see what I'm talking about. Let me actually just go back and refresh. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about that. That will be your can you see now? Again, this one is the wave 1 that we have like. So they'll be retesting this trend line. This is the trend line that we're talking about. So they might ABC then push it again, or they might go now. So if they go now, they are now coming down to this target. That's where we are right now. So don't get lost. So, yeah. So that's where we are right now. Currently, just hold on, I want to take. So that will give you your X. So now your first target is this area, assuming that there will be also a retest for this for this area. Then that will be your first target. If they could retrace, now remember you'll be constructing your Y. So your Y you might construct it as this is going to be a 3 3 5, or you see how they're going to form this correction. But yeah, that's where we are right now. And earlier on, I believe I gave this signal, right? This is the signal how I gave it earlier on, based on these scenarios that if you remember, it was in these were pending orders, like around that area, and then they'll sell it down there. So now this is what is being constructed today. So normally, I don't trade on Mondays on normal circumstances. So I prefer people to start trading on Tuesday, because Mondays will be waiting for confirmations. So what kind of a confirmation are we waiting for? Waiting for a daily candlestick. So now we're ending here, meaning to say our first target is there. That's our intraday trade. That's how we got this intraday trade. So what are we waiting for? We are waiting for the market to give us an involving candlestick on daily. So if we're just going to cross check how they're going to close today, are they going to validate this movement, the one they did last week? So if they validate that movement, then that becomes a bearish signal. Then we sell it. But for those who like day trading, this is the reason why we took this trade today, based on these projections. So any questions about this? I think we are done for today. We are done. So now we are open for questions. Any questions? Any questions about this trade? No questions.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, come again, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
So we don't have questions. So, but did you see how we end up coming to this area? So that's price action. So this is the what do you go? This is the GBPUSD. Okay, let me just go back again, and now I'll be just what do you go, summarizing everything that we spoke about. So, like what we said, you go to the monthly. On a monthly, there you are. So on your monthly, like we say, you check where the trend is going. So in this scenario, we saw that, okay, this movement, we don't know what happened in this wave where it's coming from. We call it X leg. Then we connected this point, and that point, the rest was ray. We saw that there was a breakout in this area. Then we connected this and that. Then the rest was ray. So the market gave us a triangular formation like A, B, C, D, E, right? Then from there we saw that, okay, there was a breakout. This is what we saw in the monthly. So now back in our mind, we know that we are in what? We were in a triangle, meaning to say a triangle, like I said, it's only one wave 4, and now we have X of corrections. So from weekly, what did we see on weekly? So from weekly now, we are more concerned about this area, which was a breakout, and we say that we're expecting an impulsive movement. So as we're projecting, we saw that, okay, this market, it gave us what? A leading diagonal 1, so 2, 3, 4, and then the 5 part is the one which was extended to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us this big wave 1, right? Then now we say that from there, our projection says that if you measure from this point to that point, we are expecting wave 2. We say our wave 2 is in this area, and also it's giving us a confluence because it will be a retest. Now that's the retest area of what? Of that of this triangle. Remember the triangle that we saw. It's the retest area of this triangle in this zone, and then it's also a wave 2 targeted zone. So that becomes the confluence. So this is what we have on the monthly, on the weekly now on the weekly time frame. So we're expecting that that reversal. Okay. Then we went to daily. On daily now we saw that okay, this market is okay, now we are concerned about this part. This market, it broke out that wave 1 here. They broke it out here, and then there was a retest, that was a B leg. So that becomes our A, B, C. But if you see now for our C, it was also extended in a way like this was A, B, C. So to give us this W. And after this W, the market it went up and broke out this channel for what? For WX. If you measure from this area, this retest, we saw it's in the zone, and our zone is what? Is the fib zone. So now the market is in the fib zone. So now after forming this W, we saw that the market it went forward for X in the way of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That becomes A, B, C, D, E to give you this X. And after giving you this X, there's what? There's a breakout of that channel. You can see that there's a breakout now, there's a retest. And we say that our first target is in this area. If we are to sell this market, but we are waiting for what? For the market to confirm by today's candlestick on the daily time frame, or else, like if you guys follow my signals, the way that I gave them as pending orders, that will give us a better confirmation. But our first target is this one. That's how we got here, gentlemen. And then we said from there, we are waiting for the market now to fulfill this projection that we have. This is the current projection that we have now. So we are now waiting for the market, yes, to fulfill it here for first target. And then from there, we'll see the reaction, if they're going to react like going back up or what. But at the end of the day, we know that they have to still continue going down. So this is where I am, and I'm asking if there are any questions about that projection. You don't have questions?
For the moment, no.
Okay. If there are no questions, that's the analysis on GBPUSD. So thank you very much, guys, for joining. Everyone is allowed to ask, even you guys from the free channel, you're allowed to ask you for questions. You're allowed to ask, so everyone can unmute yourself and just say something if there's a question. Yeah. Okay, it seems like there are no questions, which is fine. That was, sorry, come again. So we are fine with this one.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Okay. Should we do another one? So we're fine for today.
Yeah, we're fine.
Too much of it is a problem, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so what can I ask a favor from you? So now you guys, you can do a homework on let's do what? Let's do USD CHF, and then we'll talk about it on our next session.
USD?
CHF.
CHF, okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, no, thank you everyone for joining. I mean, yeah, I hope you've learned something from our analysis. So this is what we do in our mentorship. This is how we analyze our market. So we analyze while also doing some lesson. But thank you everyone for joining.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Paul.
Okay, no, you have a lovely week. We
Yeah,
pray that we have a productive week.
Hey,
I hope so. I pray.
Amen.
I pray so too.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay. Yeah.